Alright guys, y'all like to turkey hunt? You noticed the turkey population sort of went down in the last probably 10 years. I know there's a lot of probably factors to it. I'm not no expert in it. But there's one thing I've really noticed on some of these places I hunt. Is the predator numbers have come way up in the last few years. Because I always keep cameras out on fields and stuff. Keep an eye on my turkeys. And y'all, when I start getting bunches of pictures of turkeys in the area consistently, I get pictures of bobcats and coyotes, y'all. Just seem like they fought them along. And there's probably a reason they do that, because they wouldn't be chasing them turkeys if they hadn't never caught one before, y'all. So this video is going to be showing you how I set a few sets and catch some stuff. I've never caught coyotes before in my life. I've never caught probably a couple in all the years that I trapped when I was younger. But I want to learn how. And I hope there's some of y'all out there that want to learn how too. So come along with me and let me show you some of these sets. I'm 4 days in of setting traps. I want to show you what I started with, some of my gear. This one here is going to be basically, if you want to do this, sort of watch this video. I'll show you the things I think you need. Let me show you a few essentials I think that I use if you want to get started in this. First thing is trap. You want to catch a coon, coyote, bobcat. 1.5 is what I've always used over the years, but they're a little small for a coyote, y'all. He got to step right on that joker. Where I've caught a bunch of cats and bobcats and coons with it. Here's a 1 3/4. I really think for just coyotes and bobcats, I'd go with the number 2, or I think one of them is called like a 650. But you want to, I always like coil spring and have a double spring. I have seen a couple guys, very few, that use double spring. But you can get started, order you a dozen traps, y'all. All right, to anchor that trap to the ground, to keep it from dragging it off, they got these anchors. These called disposable anchors. You just take a piece of rebars. They make a special one. I've got one rigged up here. They make one a little better than this, because mine's hard to get out of the ground sometimes. That you just drive it in the ground. You got your chain hook, you trap hook to this. They're not going to pull it up if you get it down in there and pull it and get it set. Because see how that thing will turn sideways? Well, that's another thing. You need a puncher to drive these in if you use this. Or you can take tie wire. You can take tie wire and tie it off to a drag, or tie it to a tree. Well, works great with bobcats and coons and stuff. But a lot of times coyote, you're more out in the open where there's not anything to tie to. Well, after you get your traps and everything, you need a sifter to sift dirt over the top of your trap to cover it up. But you need a pan cover or a sponge or something. There's a lot of different things you can use for your pan to cover it up, to keep dirt from getting under it where the trigger will fire. To dig my dirt holes. I use this, I don't even know what it's called. It's basically a hammer, basically a 3-pound hammer with a little gadget on the end that you can chop out for a spot to put your trap. I really like this. First time I ever used one of these. I've always used like a hatchet and just sort of chopped it out. But I really like that. To punch your holes, you can just use you can buy one of these. Pretty handy. You just drive it in the ground, you twist it, and it'll pull right out. This is just 1.5 inches. You say it was too small, you can always water it out a little bit. But what I like better than this is you can get one of these augers. You can buy them separate. I bought this thing in a store in Wisconsin a couple years ago. This first year I got to use it. But most of you've got a cordless drill. This is a lot quicker and a lot easier. I think that's an 1.5 inch auger. Like I said, I can water it out to get it good size. The next thing is, after you get your hole and everything made, you got to bait it. There's a lot of different baits you can buy, lures and baits and stuff like that. You can even make your own. I made my own little batch. I got an old trapper buddy that sort of told me his recipe with beaver casters and beaver glands. So I sort of made mine from that. You can buy it. You can buy it. You just go to any trapper supplies and you can buy. And like I said, watch a lot of these videos of guys that really trap a lot. You can type in if you want coyote, if you want a bobcat, and they'll specialize and tell you more of what exact sin. The one thing I've sort of looked, you can buy sheep wool. Sheep wool is a good indicator when you stick it in a hole. It's a visual. That coyote runs up there and he looks, he can see that. That's more natural. Urine, you can buy urine. My old buddy said, hey, use red fox urine. Red fox is pretty good that don't really scare off. He said it'd catch a bobcat, it'd catch a coyote, it'd catch a coon. So I use that. So that's sort of my basics to get me started. That, and I got a pad. This is just my, this is Sandy's seat pad when I take her turkey hunt. She sits on. But I use it to put down, to sort of cover my scent, my knees where you're touching the ground at. I got this here, so that'll get you started. Just the basics here. You know, there's a lot of other stuff out there, but this will get you started if you wanting to do this. So let's go check some traps now. All right, I'm in a lot right here. You can see there's a gate out that way, a gate out that way, and a gate, but they're coming through, and there's coyote tracks all in here. So I'm gonna get, because like I said, I'm gonna put a camera up. I'm gonna put a camera on that post, because mainly I want it setting facing to the north, where we're gonna take pictures in daytime. So I'm gonna get right over in the edge here and make a dirt hole set. Seem like they liking in the edge of that grass, that soft dirt. There's tracks all right in here. So let's try our first set. Like I said, the key of what I've watched enough videos, like I said, I'm like a lot of y'all. I've never caught very many coyotes, but I want to learn. So like I said, the main thing I've seen is really bed your traps. Okay. All right, Stell, you can't get in them, so go back to the truck. Go. I don't think dogs sitting around my trap's gonna hurt. I can just keep her out of them. But look at all these tracks right here. So I'm gonna get right here where I got a little bit of a blocker. Let's see if I can make a set right here. Alright, I'm no expert at this, but what I watched on videos and stuff, they claim get it about 9 inches back from your dirt hole. I'm using pan covers, just a little mesh to keep dirt from getting up under the pan. I know a lot of them use polyfill or stuff out, but old pillow stick under it. We don't have that much trouble freezing right here, so I'm just gonna put this over it because we have more trouble with rain. But you gotta bed your trap. I think the key thing is bedding it so when you touch that jaw, it don't move. And I still may pack it a little bit more, but that's my basics. Let me get it all packed in and covered up. I'll show you the finished thing. All right, I basically got it bedded and got my dirt hole. I put just a few blockers here. One thing a guy told me, have this lip here. I don't know, I hadn't seen nobody else show that, but that makes a sense. It's more like a step up. But I'll leave that lip right there. I'll put these blockers. Like I said, I'm gonna bait it. I may get just a little bit of this grass and sort of cover it up, make it sort of look natural like this right here. So let me get it baited up and I'll show you the finished set. I got a camera sitting on that post right yonder. Like I said, I'm gonna put another set right down here. Put a camera on it. Let's see what. Let's get them both set and I'll show you. All right, that one trap's right over there. I'm gonna put this one right here. See where they coming up in this soft dirt. I'm sitting there debating. Like I said, from what I watched, that's what I'm debating on. What I got that natural post right there. I was thinking about a scent post. Put urine all over it, and I may put some on anyway if they start hitting it. But I'm thinking of doing it like they call a step up. A little spot right there is dig it out. Put my hole where he's got to sort of step up in it. I do like that looking set. Never made one before. So let's see what we can make one look like right here. All right, I got it made. Like I said, this is my set. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm going to more what's natural. Sometimes you've ever been in the woods and you see how they just dig a hole and there's dirt scattered everywhere. This is my philosophy. It's sort of step down. I've got a couple blockers, a little here to here to here. But I know they're coming right through here. All I put was a piece of sheep wool in it with a little bit of red fox urine on it. I put some coyote urine on top of the hole. I didn't put any bait because I got bait over yonder. And I put a couple bait holes here the other day. They ain't hit. So I'm gonna see if this one gets some more just curiosity. Step up in there and look, stick your nose in that hole there. So see if it works. Got a camera on that post right yonder. The other set's on that post yonder right on the other side of the fence. That's all I'm gonna put here right now and just like I said, see. Like I said, I don't know if it catch one or not because I ain't never caught many before, but got our first critter here. Got an old skunk. Alright, y'all, we got our first cat. And we got a double. Look at here, look at here, look at here, y'all. Oh, I had a double of cats here yesterday. I got a little smorgasbord this morning. Got a skunk. Got another cat though. Hope I got them on trail camera. Them cameras. Now this is 3 nights in a row I've caught a cat in this set here. That must have been a litter. Like I said, they're all the same size. Oh, that big cat still got to be around here somewhere. I'm curious to see what the trail cameras is showing. If there's any more coming up. Oh. Them 2 sets right there have been very productive. I don't know how much more I can catch them. I'm curious to see. But it was pretty interesting having that camera in there. I was hoping I could get them before they stepped in the trap. But I guess they're not triggering the camera quick enough. Because every one of them has done caught the first video it made of them. But it was very interesting that second night how that skunk come up to that cat that was caught in there, and there was a big cat that come in there too. You know, then the third night I caught that skunk, and then the fourth night I caught another cat, but I know it's not that big cat because it was a lot bigger than the one that had in the trap there. So that being said, let me show you 2 other sets here that's very productive. That one of them I'm pretty sure I thought I could catch a coyote on. With the first night and the second night, the coyote just come traveling through. I'm talking about just come bouncing through. The second night, he circled the trap I had across the road and didn't catch him. But the next time, I caught him though. You see where he caught that rabbit and ate it right here. I made my set right here. I'm gonna leave that little bit of brush there and dig me a hole, punch me a hole out right there. Like I said, I've never caught me a coyote, but I think the most very important thing is packing this trap, bedding it, what they call it, bedding it, and get it where it is. See, I still got a lot of work to do. So let me show you what I'm doing here, and then I'll show you the finished product. I think that's the main important, because years ago, man, I was having trouble catching fox. I'm talking about a long time ago, and I just had them watching an old DVD or a cassette. And the guy showed bedding that trap. Man, that was the only thing I was doing wrong. Because after I started bedding traps, man, I caught the heck out of the grays and red fox and bobcats. Like I said, I never went after coyotes, but I think that's the most important thing, is bedding that trap. And what I mean by that is getting it packed. I'll show you in a minute when I'm through. Or you can push all the way around it, and it won't move. You see, like I said, I got it. What I mean by bedding it, I can touch that sucker and it don't move nowhere. And I'm not through. I like putting a pan cover. You know, a lot of them, like I said, put that other, but let me get all that in there and get my dirt hole dug, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, y'all, that looks natural to me. You got it where they caught a rabbit. And look here, you can tell where they scratched. Probably took a dump or peed right here and scratched. Oh, that could be a cat too. But I took a little bit of that fur, stuck in a hole, got a little bit of beaver meat. I'm gonna stick in that hole. I'm gonna pick up a lot of that fur there and use it, because there's nothing better than natural now. I think that sheep wool does pretty good too. But I'm gonna try that with some meat in it, with some beaver meat. I'm gonna dig another one right here somewhere, just far enough out of the catch range where if I catch one here, it won't throw the other one. Alright, I got my dirt hole over there. What my thinking is right here on this side of the road. So I got a little bit of blocking, not much. This here I'm gonna try covering it up where there's no dirt. So I think I can get right in there and punch me just dig me out a spot where I'm gonna put my trap. And it's the only place I'm gonna disturb. And I'm gonna punch me a hole for a dirt hole. Not real obvious. Then I'm gonna punch me a little bit small hole and put some scent in it, like I said. I've seen them do it like a double dirt hole in a scent post in a hole. So let's try that. Like I said, I've never done one. I've watched folks do it on TV, on YouTube, so let's see if it'll work for me. I'm taking it easy, cat. Somebody got it made, hadn't you? Look here, we got our first coyote. Got our first coyote. All right. I knew I figured this out. Alright, y'all. I don't want her to get out like a little female. Oh, maybe it may be male. That's the first one of several, y'all. Alright, you see, I can catch one. Oh, like I said, I'll show you how I done these sets here. Oh, look at him. Talk to me there, old boy. Oh. Alright, let's get this took care of, go check the others, and I'll come back and reset. Alright, made me a set right here. Coming through this gate. It goes in the field, and then there's some CRP back this way, and they've been coming through here. The other day I was down here, they'd caught a rabbit and eat it right there. I don't know if it was a coyote or a bobcat, but made me a dirt hole set here, a little bit of a step down. I sort of like how that guy showed dig that out and build you back. I watered my hole out a little bit, and I got my secret recipe. My old trapper guy give me just a little mixture, a little bit of everything. Got a coyote and a cat both like, so let's try it and see. You want to get a little bit in the dirt hole there. Stick her way back up in there. We can make it work for it. Alright, give him a little eye appeal now. So look at here, we got another cat, y'all. This must be the daddy here. There's a little bigger cat here. Got it by the back leg, y'all. So I ain't gonna fool with it much. Let's get it out of the trap. Y'all, pretty good morning this morning, y'all. I think that's 3 cats in this area right here, and I didn't know this. Well, last year there's several in here, so they done reproduced, and there's several more in here now this time. But there's a field right out here that I always get turkeys in the springtime. I know last year, I think I got some footage. I had to go back and see if I can dig and find it. Man, it was like 30 and 4 or 5 big gobblers in the bunch. So hopefully they can raise a few more this year. Get rid of some of these. So that's a big old tom right here. I'm talking about, that's a good one. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I showed you some sets that I made. And I think you'll be surprised how many predators there are. I knew there's a lot of coyote tracks in here. And like I said, I ain't caught but one so far. But I'm going to figure out a way to get rid of these coyotes. It's from trapping to predator calling, do some calling. But y'all, that one set right there, you see right there, you've seen I've caught 3 different cats 3 nights in a row right there. And the first night I had a double, I had one over here. And then I've had skunk, 2 different skunks in it. So it's caught 3 out of 4 nights. Well, that and it's caught 3 out of 4 nights too. First night I didn't catch nothing in it. But y'all, I bet y'all got places that y'all can do this. Like I said, if you lease a place, you own a place, even some public land, you can trap it if it's close to your home. Because one thing about trapping, you got to run it every day. I think Mississippi law, you got to run it every 30 hours. So you got to, it needs to be pretty close. Because if you don't, you spend a lot of gas traveling to do this. And like I said, I really think it's going to help this place this year. on the turkeys. So, like I said, I got a couple more places in the next video. I'm finna move over to start trapping them, but I want to see if I can catch a few more. So y'all stay tuned to the next video come out with. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you're not a subscriber, hey, subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of turkey hunts, deer hunts. We just love to hunt like y'all. Oh, see you next time.